All right, thanks, Bob, for the invitation. Here are our legal disclaimers. So EyePoint is the leader in sustained-release drug delivery for retinal disease. Our lead compound, DURAVYU, consists of a potent TKI, vorolanib, which is delivered in the drug delivery Durasert E. Durasert has been dosed in thousands of patients that has been a robust safety profile. We have conducted the largest phase 2 study in wet AMD using TKI technology that has informed us to conduct the phase 3 program. We also, earlier this year, released a highly positive result in DME, and we have a strong balance sheet. Our lead compound, DURAVYU, again, consists of a potent TKI, vorolanib, which inhibits the VEGF receptor intracellular, bringing a new mechanism of action for patients with wet AMD. It is delivered using the Durasert E technology, which is bioerodible, and has the benefit of reaching therapeutic target levels immediately after administration. There's no fluctuation, there's no free-floating drug, does not require cold storage, and does not contain PEG or PLGA. Very important, we have demonstrated in over 190 patients that DURAVYU is safe. We have those across multiple indications with no ocular or systemic SAEs related to DURAVYU. Our clinical program is the risk. We're following a traditional non-inferiority design that has been used in the last 4 medications approved for wet AMD. As mentioned, we have conducted a robust phase 2 study with a lot of learnings from that program that has informed our phase 3 study that we're conducting now. We've had meetings with the FDA and written agreements in key aspects of our program, including the non-inferiority margin of 4.5 letters. And very important, we believe that our phase 3 program is patient-focused, and it's going to generate data that is going to be very useful for patients and physicians if potentially DURAVYU is approved. Going back to our phase 2 program, the DIVE-2, in this study, we dose patients monthly with loading dose of aflibercept, and then patients receive either DURAVYU low dose, DURAVYU high dose, and as a control, we had aflibercept being dosed every 8 weeks. The primary endpoint was changed from baseline in BCVA, and patients were eligible for supplemental injection after week 12. Here is the primary endpoint. So the study met its primary endpoint. Visual acuity was very similar between the patients on DURAVYU, high dose, low dose, and aflibercept. Similar results were observed on CST, but also very important, we do not see a SUTEF pattern on the DURAVYU eyes. Here is the benefit of DURAVYU. On this study, 2/3 of the patients that received DURAVYU did not require any anti-VEGF injections during 6 months after administration. We are now conducting our phase 3 program, Lugano and Lucia, which are designed as non-inferiority studies. Every patient gets 3 loading doses of aflibercept, and then DURAVYU is dosed every 6 months. The primary endpoint is changed from baseline to average 52 and 56 weeks. The study is currently enrolling patients. We have seen a great enthusiasm from the retina community, and we expect to be fully enrolled by the end of this year. Now touching base a little bit on our DME study that we released earlier this year, the Verona trial, we showed that the study met its primary endpoint. Patients on DURAVYU high dose observe an improvement in BCVA of 7.1 letters, mirroring a decrease in CST of 76 microns. And the safety profile continued to be excellent with no DURAVYU-related ocular or systemic SAEs. Here's a subgroup analysis that we have recently released. This analysis looked at the patients that did not require any anti-VEGF throughout the study. And this was a 24-week study. You see that patients on DURAVYU had a 7.3 letters vision improvement compared to the aflibercept, which was the control group. And that benefit was also seen on CST with a greater reduction. Those improvements were seen already at week 4 which again demonstrate the immediate bioavailability of DURAVYU. Thanks so much.
Any questions from the audience?
I have a question for you. Looking at the real world setting, where do you feel like your TKI particularly will fit in as a potentially just a disease treatment reduction or really disease modification as well?
So the way that we see is that, again, we're bringing a new mechanism of action, and it's not to be either TKI or anti-VEGF, but also working as a combination with the purpose of providing good visual outcomes, but reducing the treatment burden. So it's not going to be, if approved, it's not going to be a big shift of what retina specialists are very used to now, which is treat and extend, but rather than you keep the patient with anti-VEGF, and then you give the review, and then you try to extend as much as possible. Again, keeping the same visual acuities. We have seen in our preclinical studies some neuroprotective effect that are going to be explored in our phase 3 program.
Thanks. I have a question about diabetic retinopathy, not specifically DME, but you know, anti-VEGFs are approved for DR, but no one really, not no one, but almost no one uses them because of the treatment burden and the asymptomatic nature of these patients. But something longer duration like this, do you see a role for, you know, once a year or every other, maybe twice a year kind of injection, something like this for DR?
So we have run a study in diabetic retinopathy, and I think what we show, as well as other companies, that TKI in this disease, specifically diabetic retinopathy, does not seem to have the same type of effect as an anti-VEGF. However, on the other side, with exudative disease, wet AMD, several companies have shown a benefit, as well as our program DME. So it seems that it's related to the pathology and how TKI works.
Ramiro, great talk. One quick question. The substrate, can you talk about that? Does it dissolve completely? Is some left in the eye? What is the, and if there's a little bit left in the eye, what is the effect of recurring injections on the platform that may be left in the eye?
Yeah, no, great question. So this is the next generation, which is fully bioerodible. So EyePoint developed way back in the day something that was surgical implant, and then came the inserts that were not bioerodible. So now it's Duracert E, which is bioerodible, and it's going to go away after the drug is fully released.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Ramiro. We're going to